Now, there is a huge lie that you've all been told in the golf swing. I was even told this in my coaching certification of a certain move that you cannot do in the golf swing. And I'm here to tell you, of course, if there's something they told you not to do, of course, what am I gonna say? Yes, you can do it and you should do it in your golf swing. So let's dive into that and we'll see how it's gonna benefit your game hugely. Jonathan Chown with JChownGolf. Let's dive right into it. So, what is this? Of course, lifting the left heel in the backswing. Good Lord, I've been told so many times by people that this is a move that you can't do. Even though we see throughout golfing history, the greatest player, on record so far anyway, of all time, Jack Nicklaus, what did he do? He lifted up the left heel, didn't he? I think he did quite good in his career. I even got told, like I said in the intro, in my coaching certification, that this is a horrible move to do. It was like, there was a big thing on the big no-nos, it was called, of the golf swing. And I'm pretty sure this was close to number one. And then you ask a question of why that is, no good answer, of course, because it looks funny. Who cares if it looks funny, if it improves the golf swing like we're going to talk about? So what it does, lifting up that left heel, great for golfers who really struggle with their mobility, massively good for them. Because if you lift up that left heel as you're getting up to the top of the backswing, that will unweight your lead foot and that will free up your range of motion of your hips. If I try to do a full hip turn here with making sure my left heel is down, that's about as far as I can turn. Now, if I do the same thing with lifting up my left heel, I can get so much more turn here. So, if you struggle with your mobility, absolutely 100% do it. You're gonna hit the ball a hell of a lot further for it. But it doesn't only help with that. So, more turn is gonna mean your hands are gonna get a little bit deeper in the backswing as well. So, not so much on top of your body, because a lot of golfers who try to keep this heel down, they don't get enough turn. So they have a lack of depth at the top of their swing. They'll swing over the top as a result, because the hands follow your rotation. More turn, more hand depth, club's gonna swing on path easier. So you're gonna hit it straighter as well as further. And something else is that's gonna help you hit it further and straighter is what has to happen in the downswing now. You have to slam it back down again. So what's that doing? That's the old Lee Trevino thing as well, isn't it? He's a good golfer as well. Crushing the bug underneath your lead heel. That's what Trevino used to say. That was his thought for starting the downswing. So we know starting the downswing is extremely popular of a topic here on YouTube, and a lot of you will do it nicely if you lift up the left heel in the backswing, because you have to slam it back down, shifting pressure. And when your pressure is shifting there, it's easier then to separate lower body and mid-torso. You're going to hit good golf shots as well from shifting pressure left. So lift up that left heel. Let's look at a slow-mo here from both angles. You're going to see it's going to look really quite good. So you can see I got really good turn for that. I'm a golfer who cannot get a good turn without it. As you probably, if you've seen the video before, I have a disability. I need to do this to be able to get a good turn. So that's in there. I started my downswing extremely well because I had to slam it down first, getting that pressure in there. It's awesome. We can actually take advantage of this massively as well and do something we see a lot of players do on tour. They'll be lifting up left heel. Let's see John Rahm, for example, lifts up that left heel and slams it down before he completes his backswing. That starts his transition even earlier with his lower body mid-torso, gets that pressure shifting left early, increases his club head speed massively as well. We see pretty much all top players shifting pressure early before they even complete the top of their backswing. So, massively helpful. Really get that heel slamming down if you want to before you complete that backswing. You're going to get the turn, you're going to get the power, you're going to get the straight shots, everything you want. So, we have to do it. Now, again, this is something that golf coaches, a lot of them still talk about it for sure, is they'll say, it doesn't look right. That's why you can't do it. That was in my coaching certification. Of course, who was the person that asked, why do we not want to do that? Of course, me, putting my hand up, because I did it already in my golf swing and I knew that it was something that was very, very beneficial. So, and when I put my hand up and asked, you know, explained why I do it, disability, all those type of things, helped me with all these type of stuff. And then that changed their minds a little bit. I go, oh yeah, it might be a little bit helpful for sure. But their reasoning behind not teaching it was because it looked funny. Like I said at the beginning, who cares? If you're going to hit the ball better, who cares what you look like? Do you think Jack Nicklaus and all those players back then looked funny? They don't, do they? They hit the ball unbelievably well for the clubs and golf balls they hit, and hit it really, really far. So the timing I like for guys to do this, lifting up the left heel, depends honestly on your mobility. If you have really bad mobility, you really struggle to turn the hips, you can lift up that left heel quite early. But I like to see golfers do this as they get past left arm parallel up the top of the swing to get a little bit extra turn there. Because I see so many players get to left arm parallel and their turn's already done because they've really reached and maxed out their range of motion, and then they complete their swing with their arms and have an arm run off, get massively out of sequence. So I like to see players get to left arm parallel and lift up that left heel. Completes the turn a little bit easier. So let's hit one more. Let's hit one more, have a little slow down. Let's lift up that left heel. Boom. Just feels good, just feels more effortless. Feels like I'm doing, even though I'm doing more, it actually feels like I'm doing less because it encourages so many good things to happen. Only time this can be damaging, and the only time you see it being damaging, is with like fresh beginner golfers. Like someone who's never picked up a golf club before, and they pick up a golf club and then look like this and try to hit a golf ball. If you've been playing golf for a decent amount of time, you know you're not going to do that if you lift up the left heel. You're not going to spin out like this in the backswing. Of course, you don't want to extreme it that much to where it causes you to completely spin out in your backswing. Any competent golfer would know that your body wouldn't want to do that if you're not fresh beginner. So there is no downside to doing it. It helps with so much stuff. If someone tells you not to do it, always question them and ask why. They won't be able to answer the question properly. They might say something about stability, and that's usually, if someone says something about stability, that ultimately means they don't know and they're just trying to answer it to seem smart about the golf swing. Lift up that left heel. So many players are doing it now, so many more. They used to do it all back in the day when golf went to the visual era. It changed, of course, but now it's back again, thankfully. So if you enjoyed this video, of course, click that like button. You want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So don't be listening to advice unless they give you an explanation why you don't want to do something. If they don't do that, then do the opposite of what they're saying.